Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. Always good to have you by. Just hanging out. Like I'm hanging out, doing the radio show. It's the most fun in the world. And in this hour of the program, we do this every now and then. Not that often. But once in a while we do. I'm simply curious. We have had a course in this program I've taught for a very long time, Legas 101. It's been about 8 years I've been teaching it. And there are many women who absolutely freak when we discuss Legas 101. They don't agree with the tenets of Legas 101. And that's all well and good. We hear from them on the 101 segment of the program. But then there are the other women. The women who are the victims of 101, or as we say, women who've gotten 101'd. Women who've been 101'd. Women who somehow, maybe you didn't know who the professor was. Maybe you'd never heard the show or heard of the show. Maybe you'd never, ever, ever, ever thought that you could ever be in some way gotten. Maybe you thought you were a clever chick. Maybe you thought you were a sophisticated chick. Maybe you thought you and your girlfriends had it all figured out. And then it turned out that you didn't. You didn't have it all figured out. You weren't as smart as you thought. You weren't all that. You weren't as bright. You suddenly found yourself falling into the mud. Now, you know the things I recommend to guys to do, not spend more than $40 on a date. Try to get away with spending nothing. We tell guys not to date single mothers. We tell guys if you pick up your cell phone on a date, simply get up and leave you in a restaurant. Leave you there. We tell guys if they're out at a bar with you or a club to take you directly home, not to stop off for dinner or breakfast, or to find a late-night dance club that's open after hours or anything like that. We tell them not to do that. Either you're going directly home with him or he's going to leave you there. Now, there's a lot of women who started listening to this program because they got 101'd. A guy was practicing 101, and somehow the girlfriend or somebody, once they found out that this kind of behavior took place in your presence, said, oh, that guy's a 101 student. That guy's a Tom Leykis listener. And you didn't even know you were being played. I tell guys treat women like crap. They'll come back for more. I tell women that guys should not stay overnight. They should not let you come to their apartment. I tell guys no spooning, no hugging, no kissing. Get the job done. Get out of there. I tell guys to eat dinner before they go to dinner. Have a nice hearty meal so that when they get to dinner, they just say, I'll just have a salad. Save you a lot of money. And also, there's very few women who would eat more than a man would. And any woman who would eat more than that man, that's not the kind of woman you'd want to be with anyway. Now, maybe you're hearing me giving all these rules on the air, and maybe you didn't even know what it meant to be 101. Maybe one of these things happened to you. I mean, you just turn around and said, my God, I've just been played. I've just been nailed. A 101 student 101'd me. So if any of these things or others have happened to you, if you suddenly realized that you were a victim of Legas 101, ladies, I want to hear the whole story.
Tom Leykis. Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-866.
You're a booty call for a bunch of guys.
But that's the way I want it.
So you're like Domino's Pizza. You're very convenient. You're there in 30 minutes or less. And you're delivered hot and fresh. You go over for a little sausage, and then you go home.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Thank you for tuning in. All right. And we have been teaching Legas 101 on the air now for 7 years or so. We have a lot of students. We have a lot of graduates. We tell the boys what to do when they're out with chicks. How to get to the shortest distance between 2 points. how to avoid wasting money and time and entrees, how to avoid marriage, how to avoid commitment. We give them the specifics on how to do it. And there are many women who are just like blindsided. They don't even know what's happening to them. Some of them are listeners and don't even realize they're getting played by a student of Leykis 101. So, ladies, if that's happened to you, you call us right now at 1-800-5800-TOM. It's 1-800-5800-866. This is Myra on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Myra?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, Tom.
Here we are.
You know what? I'm sorry. I didn't hear the question.
You didn't hear the question?
No. I just dialed.
Can I ask you a question? Do you always dial a number when you hear it being given out on the air?
You know what? My boyfriend dialed the number and he handed me the phone.
Oh, well, maybe he had a reason for doing that.
I know. That's what I want to know.
All right, I will tell you the question.
Okay, what is it?
I asked women who've been victims of Leykis 101 to call in and tell in what way they were victims.
Actually, I have been a victim of Leykis 101.
How so?
Because my boyfriend says he's never going to get married and he's never going to have kids.
Wow. And he's still your boyfriend.
And he always listens to your station, and he tells me, you have to listen to it because you're going to learn from this, too.
Oh, and have you learned?
Actually, yes, I have, because you know what? I go to school, too, so I'm going to eventually be making money, so I'll make my own money and he'll make his own.
I see. And what happens when you want to get married? Will you dump him?
I do want to get married, but I don't know. I do and I don't, because it's too scary to get married.
Oh, there you go. Good.
So, I don't know. Cause
he's taught you.
Yes, he has.
He's taught you well.
So, yeah, he says that he's going to be a bachelor for life because he learned from his dad's mistakes.
Oh, I love that. And no kids, Myra.
I don't have no kids.
Yeah, but you can't have any because he's not going to have any with you.
Yeah, that's what he says, too. And then you better not be lying to me because, you know how you always say, oh, don't tell girls about birth control and this and that. So he goes by all that. But you know what? He doesn't listen to you because he trusts me. But I am.
You mean he has sex without a condom with you?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, boy. So you could just have a kid anytime you want.
I don't want one.
You don't? Oh, come on. You do so. That's why he had to tell you there weren't going to be any kids because you wanted them and he said no.
You know what? I would want kids maybe later when I finish school and I've done everything that I wanted to do.
But he doesn't want them, period.
He says maybe later. He says he doesn't want them right now. He says we'll talk about that later. He says business comes first, and which I agree because without money, it's hard nowadays.
Achieve your dreams first. That's what I say.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Going to school full-time and I work full-time.
Good. And do you fold his socks?
Yes, I do his laundry. I clean the house.
Really?
We live together.
Very good.
But, yeah, I do everything.
Very good. Glad to hear that.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like he's got you well trained over there, Myra.
Yeah, it's actually because of him was the first time that I listened to your station. And at first I was kind of like, oh my God, what is he talking about? But it makes sense. You're right. Everything's true.
Yes, everything I say is right.
Yes, it is. So what do you think about me? Do you think I'm a good girl as far as for him? Like if I'm going to work, going to school?
I don't know. Are you fat?
No.
Do you look good?
Yeah.
What do you look like?
I don't know.
Tell me to get some big old breast implants.
Be quiet. He says I don't need breast implants. I already have them.
Really? Well, what's your cup size?
38D.
38D?
Yes.
How tall are you?
I'm short. I'm actually like 5'1", probably.
5'1" and you're 38D? How much do you weigh?
But I don't have implants. It's my family.
5'1", how much do you weigh?
I don't know, like 125 something. I don't know.
No, it's more than that. Not at 38D. You weigh more than that.
Yeah, because my boobs, they weigh a lot. Cause, I mean, they give you, I don't know.
Really? They weigh that much?
I think so. I don't know why girls get breast implants. Like, your back hurts. I don't understand.
Yeah? So you're 38D. So,
yeah.
So what you were a C cup in like the 6th grade or something?
You know what? Actually, yeah, I've been, since I was young.
Yeah, I'll bet. And then you have those creepy guys coming after you?
Creeping? Yeah, guys are perverts.
Creepy old guys were coming after you?
Yeah, I don't like when old men, like, stare at me like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, well, especially when you were 12.
Yeah, so you just ignore it.
Yeah, I understand. Well, 125, 125 is a bit over the limit, It's a bit of junk in the trunk there. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Just, right. Yeah. Tell him, by the way, buy a telephone. If he'd like to call in, he ought to do it sometime.
Okay, I will.
All right. Well, thank you. He's having his own show in the background there. Thank you for that, Myra. 1-800-5800-TOM. We're talking about the chicks who've gotten 101, the women victims of Leykis 101. It's Rachel. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Rachel.
Oh, my God. I can't believe I'm talking to you. I'm so excited.
Me neither.
I love your show.
Thank you.
I've been listening to you for about almost 3 years now.
Right.
And everything you say is right on the money.
Everything I say is right.
Yes. I just want to tell you, I'm 47, and I used to be hot.
You used to be hot.
I'm still pretty good, but I mean,
You passed your expiration date?
What was that?
You passed your sell-by date?
I'm sorry?
I'm asking if you passed your expiration date.
Oh, well, I don't think so.
It's kind of like that expiration date they have on the container of milk.
Yeah.
Best if used by January 1997. You know that date? It's right at the base of your spine.
Well, I mean, I still got a lot of attention for being 47, but in my day, I was pretty hot. But I just wanted to tell you, I've been...
in my day, I was hot. Very hot.
But,
I used to ride around in the horse and buggy, and men used to look at me. I was hot.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
But I've been single for 16 years.
Yes.
So I've dated quite a bit, and I just wanted to tell you about this one guy. Now looking back, after I started listening to your program, I realized that I got had. Big
you got 101? Tell us about it.
Yes, this guy, okay, I never met his friends, never met his family. He wouldn't take me out on the weekends.
Right.
Would not take me to dinner. It would always be like a breakfast type thing.
Really?
And he told me, this is the best thing of all, he told me that he was a U.S. Customs agent.
Really? Oh, you were impressed with that?
Yes. And he was always missing in action on the weekends, and it was always because of his job.
Yes.
And he would just, never be around. Last minute, I didn't have his phone number, just his cell phone, didn't know where he lived. He'd just come over, during the week, that kind of stuff. And finally, I so happened to find out that it was all a lie. He was not a U.S. Customs agent. He was a truck driver. But this was already after a year of being his so-called, what do you call?
Wow.
Yeah, but it was the greatest story, and I believed everything.
Oh, boy, he really played you good.
I mean, that was
he didn't 101 you. He Scott Petersoned you.
Yeah, that was a really good line, the U.S. Customs thing, because he even brought me the newspaper where there was an article on the U.S. Customs. They found, they did some raid or whatever, and he said, they can't mention my name because I'm, undercover and all this stuff. It was
wait. How did you find out he was a truck driver?
Actually, his brother told me because, like I said, I didn't know where he lived, but he would park 2 blocks away from his house one time when I went with him there. So I followed him, but he didn't know that. So one day I went over there and his brother was there, and his brother's the one that told me that he was actually a truck driver.
Wow.
And his own brother couldn't believe that he had pulled this off for a year.
His own brother busted him.
Yes.
Whatever happened to bros before hoes?
The what?
Whatever happened to bros before hoes?
Yeah.
I think because I was asking him questions before, you know, I had told him, well, he told me this and he told me that. So, but it was a really
So did you stop seeing him when you found out the truth?
Yeah, well, actually what happened, he was at my house and he accidentally left his phone book and there were so many girls' numbers in there.
Right, and they all thought they were dating a customs agent too, I'll bet.
Yes.
So you called them?
I called a couple because I was just so curious, you know. This is when I was like...
What did these girls tell you? I have to know now.
Oh, they told me, you know, yeah, that he was a custom agent, and one of them even told me that she had went out to lunch with him that day.
Really?
I called.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Boy, you hate to see that happen.
Yeah. But I just want to tell you that I introduced my sons to you. They're 27 and 19. And I tell them to listen to everything you say.
So they can learn how to play chicks.
Yeah. Yeah. You are so good. I enjoy listening to your show every day.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah. Thank you, Tom.
I appreciate the call.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. We're talking to chicks who've been 101'd. Victims of Leykis 101. Let's say hello to Carrie on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm okay, Carrie.
Good. Hey, I got Leykis 101 by my ex-boyfriend.
How'd that happen?
Okay, well, I met him, and you know what? The first time we went out, I thought he was just like the most wonderful guy in the total world.
Right.
And our first night, we're having general conversation, and he told me that, you know, he gave all the Leykis rules. He said, you know, if a girl doesn't sleep with me on the third date, you know, it's pretty much over. And you know what? I did.
Really?
And I totally fell absolutely head over heels in love with him. I still am. We ended up dating for almost a year. We had a good relationship. He's a wonderful guy. But,
yeah.
I mean, I think, you know, some Leykis 101 stuff, you really teach guys how to be men, and that's really attractive, you know?
And you liked that. You liked being told.
You know?
He told you.
Yep. He said,
and you delivered.
I did. I was a good woman.
Sound good to me.
Yeah. All right, Tom, I love you so much. Can you take me out Cubby style?
I don't have time, Carrie. I'd love to, but I thank you for the call. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. Ladies, are you a victim of Leykis 101? Have you been 101? 1-800-5800-TOM is our number.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. This is the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles at 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. All right, ladies, if you're a victim of Leykis 101, call us now at 1-800-5800-866 right now. Perry on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Perry.
Well, the father of my kids, he thinks he was going by your rules, but I don't think he was, because he didn't do the 101 thing. He says he did, but he didn't.
Well, he had a kid with you, so he certainly wasn't following that rule.
Yeah, that was one of them, but... I know you always tell guys that, you know, if they're going to cheat, you know, to just end the relationship, not to be cheating, that's not, you know, I know that that's one of the rules you go by too. And, well, he didn't do that. He played me for so long, and it took me, like, a long time to finally figure it out. And now, like, he completely screwed me over for, like, maybe 5 years. I don't know what he was doing, but I'm pretty sure now that he was screwing around, like, whenever he could. And, I mean, it sucks so bad because now I'm just like, I'm so disappointed, you know? It's just horrible what he did to me. He did.
Yeah, how old are you? How old are you?
I'm going to be 24.
Why did you have a kid? Why did you do that?
I have two. I don't even have one. I have two.
Why?
Stupid.
You're stupid. Of course you're stupid.
You know, and it's like now that I'm trying to stay away from him, he's like, he threatens me and he tells me that he's going to take the kids away. He doesn't even have a job. I have such a good job. I go to school. I went back to school. I'm about to transfer to UCLA. And, I mean, I'm doing so good for myself. And he threatens me. He has the nerve to tell me he's going to take the kids away from me. And he doesn't
Dear,
even
let me
have a
ask you a
job.
question. Who picked this guy?
I'm sorry?
Who picked this guy?
Well, I did.
Right, and who said, hey, impregnate me?
Yeah, that's
right.
true.
So you're really in no position to complain. This is what turned you on.
What I'm trying to do is stay away from him, but he doesn't leave me alone. You know?
Dear, again, you got him into a relationship with you.
So what do I
by
do
the way,
now?
how many of these kids are his? One or two?
No, the both of them. I've never even been with another guy. That's how lame I am. Okay, I met him when I was in high school, and I've never had sex with anybody else. And I'm trying to stay away from him, but he just won't leave me alone. He even moved closer to my parents' house. He convinced his mom to move closer. She bought a house around my neighborhood. So he used to live in East LA, and his mom bought a house in the city right next to mine so he could live closer to me. And this was before we even had the first...
And how do your parents feel about him?
My parents hate him. But they try, when your parents, when you're younger, your parents, when they tell you not to do something, you just go and do it, you know what I mean? And now I realize that I made a mistake and my mom was right. My dad's very nice. He kind of just, keeps to himself and he doesn't tell me anything. But my mom hates him. She hates him. She hates him. She wishes he could, just croak right now. She hates him. And she's right, But
you say that now, but before you were going, I want to have a baby with you. Hey! Yeah, that was you. That was you.
I hate him so much now. He just won't leave me alone. And he threatens me, and it's just I don't know what to do because it's not like he doesn't have a job. And even if he did, because he's had a job, he had a job for a year, a really good job. He was an electrician. He was getting paid really good, but he stopped working. But when he had that job, I never tried to get child support for him. I never did that because I have a really good job. I've had a job since I was 18. I've kept it. It's a really good paying job, and I go to school. And I'm fortunate that my dad makes a lot of money and he takes care of me and my kids. He's very responsible with me. But
your dad?
My dad, yeah.
Is that fair? Is that even fair to him?
No, it's not. But you know what? I was living on my own for a while, but then it was unsafe. He would stalk me. Women would come to my house and harass me when I was pregnant for my second child. They would go to my house and leave notes on my car, and I wasn't even living with him anymore. I left him in the middle of my second pregnancy, and I've been harassed. I've been
Well, again, all this complaining, dear. You picked this guy.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of him.
But dear, you picked him. He's not any different now than he was before.
Before I didn't know he wasn't like this before.
Oh, come on. Oh, yes, he was responsible and loving.
He was.
Sure he was.
I'm serious. I swear to you, when before I had my first child, I had no idea what was going on. Mainly part of it was because I wasn't really around him that much. I would only see him
Let me ask you a question here. Maybe we can get to the bottom of this mystery. Did he want you to have these kids?
I guess so. He wasn't using a condom. He never.
No. That's not. I didn't ask you to guess. I asked you to know. Did he want to have children?
Yeah, he did because
he told you. He said, "I want to have children with you."
You know what? He did because I had a miscarriage before my first son, and I told him I'm going to go on birth control, and he told me not to. And so I did go on birth control, but then I went off it because because
you wanted to have a baby.
So we had him.
Right? That's why you went off the birth control.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
you're
right.
Guess so.
I'm not going to say you're wrong because you're right.
Of course I'm right.
So now it's he tells me that he tells me, okay, when I tell him I don't want to be with him anymore, to leave me alone, to just look for the kids and that he could see them. I've proved it to him that he could see them whenever he wants. I don't want money. I don't want anything. He could see them. But he bugs me, though. He has them at his house, and he's calling me.
Again, this is somebody you picked.
So what do I do to get rid of him? I mean, I'm not telling him he can't see his kids. I'm not trying to be on welfare. I'm not trying to get him in trouble with DAs or none of that stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not.
There, if you really wanted to do something about it, you would get a restraining order.
I did.
And what happened?
I did have a restraining order
against him. What happened?
I had one when my daughter was 2 months old.
And what happened?
I didn't have any. He didn't hit me or anything. So the restraining order only lasted 3 months.
So you have to go back and get it renewed. Why didn't you do that?
Because they told me that I needed to give them a reason, like that he threatened me about something, about killing me. And they say that if you lie, that you're going to get fined, and that he could fine me, he could get me in trouble. It's like I go over there. I thought they were trying to help me, when I went to the family court and all that, because that's where I went to ask for one. And it's like they try to scare me, too, when I went back. So it's like I don't even know what to do.
Yes, your little soap opera continues. Unbelievable. There you are, Mrs. Chola to Mr. Cholo, and now putting up with all his crap. I can't believe it.
No, I'm not a Chola.
Come on. Your boyfriend's a Cholo, you know that.
Well, not that I know of.
Come on.
No, he's not. Oh. That's the only thing he's not. Well, he might be, and I don't even know. He might be, and I don't even know.
He certainly sounds like one. Hang on a second, Perry. Thea, what did you want to say to Perry here?
You knew the kind of guy that you were getting in the mix with. You knew that from the very beginning. You were 13 and young,
and how could I know?
I'm sorry that you were so naive.
But
you knew about him. You thought it was cute.
No. I wasn't having sex at 13. I started having sex when I was like 17 years old. I was with him. It was a little girlfriend-boyfriend thing. It got bad when I was an adult.
Yeah, but it was the same. Bad. You were with the same guy all that time. You knew. It's not like he one day woke up and all of a sudden he was this bad guy.
No, that I was like fooled because I thought it was something normal.
Let me just tell you, you really need to be careful. And you know what? I don't think that you were right, and I don't think at all by any means that, you deserve this. I'm just saying that you saw it coming. You should have seen it coming.
It's little.
Now you have to be really, really careful, and you have to be careful for your kids.
This is why you don't have babies until you're 25 or older. This is why.
Baby, I'm 35 years old and have never been pregnant. I don't have time for crap like that.
Now I see it. I mean, now I'm so it's wrong. I mean, I got my tooth tied. That's how, when I had my daughter, I said, screw this, But it's like I'm so scared now.
You said screw him. You said screw it. You should have said screw him. You should have just gotten rid of him. There's no way that you're going to change your life like that.
I've even considered leaving the state. Like, I have family in another state. And I've even considered leaving, but I don't know what to do. It's like, I don't think it's fair that I have to leave my family here.
Right. You know what? You're absolutely right. But for
you can probably find another abusive guy who'll take you right into Navarro. Come on. You could find another guy who'll treat you like crap.
That's a terrible pattern.
When I go out, there's so many, because I'm very cute, and I'm not fat.
I bet you are. You're a baby.
I mean, all these guys try to come up to me. Like, I've met so many professionals that are trying to, date me, and I'm just so scared. I don't know what to do. I'm scared.
Sweetheart, move away.
I don't want to, get paid
Move away, and if you're cute and you're young and you're still bounced, you can go to some small town in New Mexico or somewhere and find a nice little doctor guy or whomever so that body stays that way.
All right, Thea, thank you very much for your advice. I appreciate it. I appreciate the call. Let's take some more calls here for Perry. We got other people here, Perry, who want to talk to you at 1-800-5800-TOM. Let's say hi here to Philip on the Tom Leykis Show. Say hi to Perry.
Oh, man, Tom, this girl is driving me crazy. God, man, where did you find this girl?
This show is only open to people who have a radio and a telephone. It's a very exclusive club.
Okay, tell me what you think. What's on your what's wrong?
Girl, how old are you?
20. I'm gonna be 24 in a couple of days.
Oh, jeez, man, girl. How long have you been listening to Tom?
For about a year.
Oh, jeez, where in the hell were you when he started?
I know.
You need to get out from wherever you're at. You need to go to someplace else and start all over again. If you want him out of your life, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
I'm just scared. I'm really scared.
You know what? What are you scared of?
Well, because I've never been on my own, and now I have 2 kids. I got to be careful. I got to take care of them.
There you go. See, Tom, she's never been on her own, yet she has 2 kids. What the hell are you thinking?
And her dad is paying for all this.
If my dad was paying me to have 2 kids and stay at home, hell, I'd stay at home. But you know what? I'd be moving. Just to get away from this yahoo that...
No, well, I did move. I moved, and he still found me. And to worse is that he would let other people know where I live. I mean, I think they would follow him. He had this stalker girl that was that he was seeing, I guess, while I was pregnant for my second child. And she started following him, I guess, when he found out where I lived. He would go to my house, and I guess she followed him because I figured that's the only way she could figure out where I lived. And she would stalk me and, like, harass me. I had to call the police on her, like, 5 times. It was horrible. I mean, it was horrible.
Sorry to hear. Hang on a second here. Thank you for the call, by the way. Ben, what did you want to say to Perry?
Oh, my God, Tom, you got to be kidding. This girl, she deserves it. In my opinion, honey, take your case to Maury Povich or Oprah.
Oh, no.
Tom, come on, you are so right. She chose a guy, she spread her legs, and said, impregnate me.
Yeah, I love the women who get impregnated once, twice, 3 times by a guy. Then they complain that the guy's a jerk and he's irresponsible and he's a deadbeat. Well, who picked him?
Exactly.
He suddenly became irresponsible.
Exactly. Oh, my God.
He was completely responsible, and then one day, bam, he did a 180 and stopped being responsible.
Exactly. I mean, I'm 25 years old. I'm right about to get into med school. I mean, thank God I have never had any kids or anything like that. I mean, lady, please take care of your kids, but you deserved this.
Oh, boy. Thank you both.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
You hurt a lot of people with your advice.
Who am I hurting?
You hurt a lot of people call in and say, hey, you know what? Try this. They said, oh, yeah, just get the booty and the money.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. It's John on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
What a stupid bitch. This is the reason why we've got 18 and 19-year-old girls peddling themselves on the corners of the streets. And I'm going to be waiting for you, sweetheart, with my $40 for you and your daughter to do a number on me. You are the reason we need parental licensing in this country and legalized prostitution, because that's the only occupation that you obviously can achieve. You stupid bitch. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Kathy on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Oh, hi, Tom.
Hi, Kathy.
How are you?
Do you care?
Oh, I've been listening to you. I knew not to ask that. It's a habit. Anyway, I was just calling about Perry the caller. And I'm a 40-year-old mother of 2 small kids. And I know in about 10 years they're going to start to make really stupid and emotional decisions. And they're going to come to me and I'll give them my opinion. And their dad will give them their opinion. And they'll probably ignore it. And I would love to have a tape of this conversation that you've been having with Carrie, because she said, I was so stupid, but I've learned my mistake. I mean, hopefully she's learned from it. And, I'm
not so sure she has. Are you?
Well, no, the fact that she's not she knows what she needs to do, but she's not doing it.
Right.
That says something that, thank God when I was that age and I did a lot of stupid stuff, thank God I never had kids. That was one thing I just never did, and I got it together. But it's just funny that people, they're so emotional at that age, and they don't listen to adults. I didn't listen to adults. And to hear someone at 24 who's, kind of wrecked her life say, wow, I really made a mistake. Anyway, I'd love to have a tape.
Well, I'll tell you what, I bet a lot of people would. It's a valuable lesson there. Tony, quickly.
Yeah, Tom, I work in East L.A. I'm in law enforcement, and believe you me, I see it time and time again, man. These girls are young, they're good looking, and you look at them and you say, my God, she's gorgeous. What the hell does she see in these guys? But you know what? That's what they want. That is exactly what they want.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They want guys who are going to, treat them like crap and impregnate them. It's really amazing.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
I think you need to sit back and double-check your priorities.
Oh, please. My priorities are that we start making things fair in this country for men, because men have gotten their asses kicked.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Jenny, can you sum it up quickly here?
Absolutely. I'm a first-time caller. I'm actually from Florida, and I just think you're awesome. And this girl clearly has so many issues. I think she needs to see a therapist. I think she needs to stand up, pull the bootstraps up, take care of her own family, stop leaning on her daddy, leave this psycho guy, and, and just grow up. I mean, she's got two
I think you're right
children.
about all that. I wish I had more time, but I don't. Our email address is my name. It's Tom@blowmeuptom.com.
The Tom Leykis Show.